Hello everybody, welcome to another edition of Timwe Presents. Today we have a puzzle called Pixel Art, and it's part of the KTANE puzzle Plethora. And this is not the first video with a... sorry, this is not the first puzzle with a video, but this already looks intriguing, and I'm intrigued by the title as well. The flavor text says, "At least you can see the walls in this maze." Okay, let me just quickly, before we start, become aware of all of the different maze module, and I'm just specifically checking if there's one called Pixel Maze, or maybe Wall Maze or Art Maze. It doesn't look like it. Okay, well, anyway, let's take a look at the video. I'm going to full screen this, and let's watch it. There doesn't seem to be any audio here. Okay. Ah, I think I can see what's going on. This is a maze, and some of it contains floor markings, which may or may not refer to... Ooh. Oh, there is another layer below. Interesting. Right, that will take quite a while to map this out. But yeah, let's finish the video first. Oh wow, it's still only halfway through. Oh my, this is going to take quite a... and there's another layer now. Oh wow. Yeah, this is definitely going to take a long time to write down all of the floor markings and the geometry of the mazes. It's also going to be difficult to see exactly how long each of these passageways is. Okay. Well, some of these symbols might look a bit like pig pen, but not all of them. Ooh, there's a lot of black here. Aha. Okay, there's a lot of pixels there. And then we have another layer down. Wow, this is quite extensive. And I wonder if there is a way to, you know, to extract this quicker than by hand, but honestly I can't think of... Ooh! Whoa! Okay! Interesting. Yeah, it seems that so the only thing that I can think of right now is to create a huge spreadsheet with the tiny cells in which each of these, in which each cell represents a position in the maze. Ooh, there is this bit at the start. Maybe that tells me the size of the maze. That would be quite helpful if that is the case. Right, let's just assume that it does. Right, let's start with a spreadsheet. And then let's count these pixels. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18, 19, 20. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. That's 29. So there could be a bit more around it. So I'm gonna go 29, 31, 33. I'm gonna go 33 by 33. Alright. So first of all, let's make all of the columns pretty narrow, like 20 pixels, let's say. Actually, let's make it 21 because that is the default for the row height. And I said 33. Now this is 26, so I need 7 more. And golf is 7, so let's just do that. And that gives us 33. And just to check that, let's just put these numbers in. Yep, that is indeed 33. So, obviously I'm not completely certain if 33 by 33 is sufficient, but let's just go with it. Okay, so here, you know what, I think I'm going to download this video. Save this video as, let's do that. And then let's open this in VLC. And why VLC? Well, because in VLC, I can go through the video frame by frame like this. You see that? So here I can see that the entrance covers, okay, so the outer rectangle would be this part. Like that. Okay, and then this entrance is here, except it is up to. So this is where the outermost entrance is. So this is where we start, if I'm not mistaken. Okay, and this already has a pattern in it. I'm not quite sure how that pattern. Okay. There are 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 pixels visible, 5 by 5. So it's very likely, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Yeah, so it's very likely that the middle 3 by 3, which is this, is aligned with the whole. Okay, so let's start by putting those in. So the middle 3 by 3 is actually this part here. So that means these are black. And then we have, these are yellow. Wait, what did I say? Right, I see. And then these are also black. And then these are yellow. So that's the L shape up there. And then we have more black down here. I can see at least this much black, which means that, wait a second, what was the, okay, those are the initial, this is the initial 3 by 3, which we said was this. So I suppose I can mark this as blue, so I have a bit of a, more of a reference point. Okay, so that's yellow, and then that would be yellow, then we have 2 blacks, and then 2 more yellows, yep. Also, it looks a bit more orange actually in the video, but I hope that won't make a difference. Okay. Okay, so above the blue line, which is only 5 pixels wide, there is black pixels. Ooh, this is going to be hard to maintain orientation. So if that was above, then that means we're now looking south. So let's count. Yeah, let's go back. It's a shame I can't go back 1 frame at a time. Okay, so let's count the pixels. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. So the 6th pixel is this one. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Yep. Then we have 2 more yellows, 2 more blacks. 2 more yellows, 2 more blacks. Well, it seems that the maze actually goes on further than the outside suggested. So let's just carry on with this. And oops, so that line here is obviously blue. So I'm gonna make that blue. And as we can see, this sort of pattern here repeats. So that goes here, and then that goes here. That goes here. And then these are all yellow, and these are black. Okay, so that would be this L shape here that I just drew. And as we can see, there is another 2 black pixels and 3 yellow pixels. and the black pixels will be here, I guess. Yep, and the yellow pixels will be here. Okay. And the blue actually continues here and also here. Okay, so that's as much as I can tell from here. So let's keep going. Okay, there is more blue here. Whoa, okay. So now we have the corner of this. And there's also another black pixel here, and then this part is wall. And we know that the wall went at least all the way to here. I think I'm going to use this color for wall. And I think I'm going to remove all of this stuff that I've already drawn because I don't think the pattern on the top of the building helps or is relevant. Okay, so there is quite a lot of blue over here, but it's going to be difficult to count the pixels here, you see, but I'm gonna bet it's about, I'm going to estimate that it's about 5. 1, 2, 3. So I've already drawn one, so I'll draw one more, and then I think that is where that other wall starts. Here, like that, and then there is way more blue over here. So there is at least 1, 2, 3, 4 rows of blue pixels. These 4, I guess. Okay, let's... Oh wow, so much. Okay, so after that black here, we have yellow. There's probably at least 2 yellow pixels there. Oh, it doesn't actually show that part of the maze. Did you see that? So there is a part that cannot fully be seen, but I'm going to assume that it's at least this. I think that much I can deduce from what I can see. Alright, the blue clearly goes up a bit further. I don't know if it goes up that far. If that's 2 yellows and then 2 blacks and then probably one more. So I think it probably goes up to approximately to here. Alright, and I think there are 3 columns of pixels. And then here we have that area up there. So let's... Ooh. Again, they don't show... Okay, fine. So let's see, we have... I think that's 5 white pixels. Which would necessitate that the blue goes up 2 columns further. No, wait, I think the pixels are bigger than I think they are. I think this is just 1 pixel, and I think this is 1, 2, 3, 4, maybe 5. I think it's just 4 pixels actually. So I think this part here is not blue. So so this part here would be wall. And this part here I don't know, but I'm gonna assume that the pattern just continues. Okay, so we have black here. And then we have 4 blacks here. Is it 4? No, it's just 3, I think. And then 1. Alright, now let's... Yep, that is correct. It's a Tetris T-shape. And then we have this one. And then we have these 3. Right, and then we have this jagged wall. So I'm just quickly going to put in that jagged wall. It starts here, and it goes down to here. Right, so we end up with 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 front walls. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. I have only 6. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Okay, so we need 4 rows of blue. And maybe, that's probably what it is. This wall here is probably 2 pixels wide. No, that doesn't... This is really hard to tell. Let me just quickly rewind. You can tell from the ceiling that it is in fact 2 pixels wide, which means that it actually goes down quite a bit further than I thought. So I'm going to move this up quite a bit. And I think this entire blue area here is actually 2 pixels tall. Right, and then we have this 1 pixel wall. And 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. We still need a 7th pixel here. Oh, this is so difficult to judge, like, how big things are. Okay, let's see. This is definitely 2 pixels, and then we definitely have this one wall, and then we have 7 walls. So I guess what that means is that all of this must be one cell further up. The blue must be here, and then all of this must be 1 pixel further to the left. There we go. And I think that this wall goes back even further, and then this is all blue. I think. Okay, this might be completely wrong, but I think this is what I saw. Okay. So given that revelation, I think I'm going to move it back into the corner. Okay, so we have this wall, and we have the zigzag pattern, and then we have this T-shape. Yep, I think this fits now. Actually, wait, it fits under the assumption that this is 3 pixels, but looking at this, yeah, I think it is 3 pixels, because if you go from this end of the pixel down, and from this end of the pixel down, yeah, I think this is 3 pixels wide, so I think this is correct. In which case we can now make all of this here blue. There we go. And I think I made 1 pixel row too many blue. Yes, these are clearly 2 pixels as judged by the jagged wall. So I think this is white. Okay, this is going to be a lot of work, I think. Okay, so we have more wall that goes from this T-piece. Alright, and then we have wall going from here at least. Let's see if this is 1 pixel. I think there's 3 more pixel, or is it just 2? Ah, we can see from the top it's 3 more pixels. So 1, 2, 3. Excuse me. This is what I wanted, and then this goes over here. And then looking into here, right, the wall is at least 2 pixels wide, and then there is a black pixel here. And this wall, yeah, I don't know if, bingo, now I can see it. Okay, so that wall is quite long. So we have 2 pixels, then we have 2 blacks, then we have another row of pixels, then we have a T-shape, which seems skewed, so I think this is what it is. I think that's a 3 by 2 areas of pixels. And after that T-shape, there is 1 more row of white, and then blue. That blue, and then there is wall behind it. Like this. And also on the left. So all of this is wall. Okay, so I think this is correct. Now let me... right, okay, let's... Oh, okay, it's not going to tell me more about the geometry here, so I guess I'm going to mark this in a slight red to indicate that I don't know what's there. Okay, so then... Oh! I didn't expect that. Okay. So here, we have a bit of a room, which is from that pixel here. I think that is that 2 or 3 pixels? I think it's just 2 pixels, but I think it's 4 pixels wide. So I think that wall goes here. Okay, if I'm wrong about the room being... actually, you can tell from the ceiling it is in fact 3 pixels. But gosh, this is really, really difficult to tell. Okay. So after that, we're gonna move on to this part. Okay. So here where the T is, I guess I can remove the red now. There is a wall going up from here, although I don't know how far it goes. It goes at least 3 pixels, so I should probably do just that. Okay, and then of course that, right? Alright, let's go frame by frame. Yep, that is indeed the geometry of that place. And then here we have the same thing again, right? So this wall goes here. Alright. Ooh. Okay, so this is actually 3 pixels wide, plus the blue that is next to this wall, right? So that needs to be 4 pixels in total. Wow, I totally misjudged that. So this is actually like that. Wall goes here, and then it's gonna be difficult to tell how far this goes. So let's actually count the pixels on the ceiling. 1, 2, 3 are visible right now. And now the ceiling goes out of view. Yeah, so we can't reliably count, but we can see it must be at least those 3 plus 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. It must be at least 10. And we have 4, so let's put 6 more, like this. And then this wall goes something like this, I guess. Okay. And then there is 4 more blue pixels here. Okay, so it's probably 1 further up. No. Let's move that to here, and make this blue. Okay, then we have... I think this is 2 pixels of wall, and then we have 2 pixels of white, and then we have... Okay, I think I should write down what I can see right now. I can see 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 pixels. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. I think these are the pixels that I can see. Okay. Oh, there is 2 more pixels. Is it? Is that 2 pixels wide or just 1 extra pixel? I thought it was just 1 yeah, I still think it's just 1 pixel. So actually it's just that. Okay, and then the wall goes here. And down the other side, which is here. Come on, here. Alright. And then we have black pixels here. And just those 2, okay. And the wall on the right goes as far as this. Whew. Yeah, I think there are 2 white pixels here, set off with a wall, and then there is another wall with a row of blue. So I think this is how it goes. Yes. Okay, I don't know how far this goes. Maybe I can tell from the ceiling, hang on. Okay, so we can see 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 pixels on the ceiling here. Ooh, and then, okay. So maybe I should actually be able to use the ceiling pattern to kind of judge where I am approximately. Because that ceiling pattern is probably supposed to match the pattern that we saw on the top of the building. But actually, I think I'll be fine. So let's just continue this and come on, just put that there, and let's just hope that I manage to judge this correctly. So this is at least 3 pixels, so it would be like that. Yeah, you know what? I am actually considering. Okay, I'm quickly going to go back to the beginning of the video, and I'm going to see if what I have so far matches up with the ceiling pattern. So I would expect, let's see, so if this is the outer wall, and if the outer wall is part of this, okay, so that's where the wall is, hang on. Okay. Okay, so the wall is right there on the right. There is no extra space to the right of the entrance hole. Which means that the right side wall in this part here matches up with the right column of lights. Which means that we expect this to be a column of light. And now, to avoid to avoid destroying what I've already done in terms of colors, I'm going to fill this with dots. So I would expect those dots to go up to this point. No, wrong key. That is the right key. So I think these are the ceiling dots. Except they probably don't go all the way. Right, So right now my spreadsheet is 33 by 34, isn't it? Because I shifted it all down a bit. So I think if I delete the top row, then I should be able to recreate this pattern. Alright, let's try this. So let's do this, and then there are 2 pixels, and then this. Right, let's just draw the outline first, like this. Alright, and then 2 pixels in we have this. Oops. Okay. And then we go here, here, and here. And now if I were diligent, I should probably check that all of the ceiling markings that I can see in the video so far match what I'm putting in here right now. Because if they don't, I might have to switch things around a bit again. Okay, so let's put these here, 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 and here. And then finally in the middle, there is, ooh, this doesn't seem to fit. Oh, that is so annoying. Right, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. There are 5 rings. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. So, so maybe I went just way too far, but no, it seems to have exactly this width, or more or less exactly this width. I might be wrong by 1 pixel. That is very confusing. Alright, let me think about this. So if the outer wall... okay. So hang on, so there are 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 rings, and I've drawn 6 rings, right? 1, 2, 3, well, I've drawn 5, but I was about to put a 6th one inside. Now the inside is supposed to be 5 pixels by 4. So I think what I need to do is I actually need to move everything inward 2 pixels. By which I mean the pattern of dots. So I think I'm quickly going to do that. Let's put all of this here. Delete these. Like that. Right, and this is going to require a bit of fix-up work. There we go. So, oh yeah, and here as well. Oh, it's going to require a lot of fix-up work. Alright, let's move all of this stuff, well, all of this stuff really, in 1 pixel. And then all of this, I should move down 1 pixel. So let's just put all of this here. And then all of this should go right 1 pixel. So if I take this to here. Yeah, except for these, obviously, because I literally just tried to fix that up. So those go here, those go here, those go here. And now, can I get, I need a 5 by 4. So maybe I'm still off by 1 pixel. Gosh damn it. So let's see, 2 pixels, and then 1, 2, 3, 4 rings. 1, 2, 3, 4 rings. Right, and then the inner ring. Oh, this is 5 pixels. I just miscounted. Yes, this is 5 pixels. Okay, I'm so glad. Right, oh, okay, so the whole thing must be 32 pixels tall, because otherwise the center would be a square. And I really should have thought of this sooner, which means that I'm going to move this entire dot pattern down 1 line. All of this goes here, right? And then I can draw this shape. Okay, there we go. And then delete 1 line at the top. So I think that this is the correct ceiling pattern. Now I would like to make the dots visible on the black square, so I'm very quickly going to select every black square and make the font color on those white. Let's do that. There you go. So now all of the dots are visible, and I can verify. Okay, I forgot about these. Yeah, actually, I think I'll do these as well. Just 1 sec. I'll be right back. It's a bit annoying, I guess, that I need to select all of these separately. I can't really use drag and drop. Right, let's try that. Okay. So, I hope I finally... okay, so now I think that everything might be off by 1 pixel, because the entrance hole is 3 pixels in from the right, and... I'm really confused. It has walls on the left and right, and the player seems to be right in the middle, right? Which means that this... Yeah, that's right. I think everything needs to move 1 cell to the left, like the entire maze. I think. I hope so. So I'm quickly going to do that. Let's put all of this here, like that. And of course it's possible I might also have to move it up 1 pixel. But I guess we'll see. Okay, so here we have some ceiling patterns that can help us. So here we're looking south, and we expect this ceiling pattern to be above the blue, which it is, because that's where... Wait a second, what is this wall on the left? Oh, I see. The blue actually extends 1 extra pixel to the left. Interesting. So it's actually like this. Right, and the blue pattern, the dot pattern starts here, and it goes into here, so that is correct, this is correct, this is correct. Okay, I really should have thought of making use of the dot pattern to verify the correctness of what I'm doing. Okay, so now this entire room here, with all of those pixels, seems to be correct. There are 2 pixels. Let me just draw a vertical line here. Yep, there are 2 pixels. There is the blue row of pixels, then there is a black row of pixels, and then after that there is a wall which goes to here. So, there we go. Okay. So now here we have all of that. Okay, and now here we have that corner, and that does seem to match my walls, so I'm quite proud of that achievement. So up here on the ceiling you can see that this corner here is visible on the ceiling. Okay, and then here we expect the row of dots to go right the middle of the blue. Oops, I forgot to pause here, but I think this is fine. So we are now in this T-shaped room, and now, whoop, I forgot to pause again. Okay, so now we are here, and we can see that the pattern on the ceiling is right after the wall. So I think everything so far is correct. Okay, and now we can see that this pattern ends here, and then we have 2 more of those things, and then the wall is actually 1 pixel behind that. I keep forgetting to press pause before I alt-tab. Okay, I think there are 1, 2, 3, 4 blue pixels. Oh. Okay, I need to check this. Okay, so here, this is... okay, so this white strip just goes way further than I thought. And I think there are 4 blue pixels here. Okay, and then of course that other wall goes here. I think that wall went all the way. Yes, it did. Okay, so all of that is wall. And then here we have a 3 pixel wide opening. Okay, this wall goes 1 pixel further than the dot pattern. Does that mean it goes all the way up to here? That doesn't seem like it is. Oh, but it really is. Look at this, right? You can see this row, and you can see this row, and then there's 1 more rows of pixels. So this must all be wall, and this entire hall here is 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 pixels wide. Okay. Now, how far does that wall go? I don't know. I'm going to take a guess, and I can still move it around later. Ooh. Oh, there is an opening into that other room. Let me just go back to previously when we were here. Aha! Does that opening go to here? No, there is a corner here. That was here, that was that corner. Right, in that case, that opening must be looking at a room that we haven't seen yet. Therefore, it stands to reason that this wall might actually be all the way here. I should probably count the pixels on the ceiling, maybe that would help. Let's see. I can probably do that with freeze frames. So here, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12. Okay, it is 12 pixels. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Right, except I started counting here, which is 2 pixels off that wall. So I actually got this exactly right. So that's where that wall is. That wall just extends. And now we need to map this out. Whew. Okay, so we have another piece of wall, but there is a gap here. And this piece of wall, according to the ceiling markers, goes 1 pixel further than the row of dots. Does it really go that far? Oops. Or am I looking at a different wall? Maybe the wall is actually here. Right, let me check if... Right, this wall is 4 pixels wide. And that is still 4 pixels away. So that is actually... Yeah, so it is definitely a continuation of this wall, but I don't know how long it is, how far it goes. So if the ceiling is to be believed, then it would go this far. Okay, so let's see where the video goes next. It goes here. Does it come back to that checkerboard pattern? No, probably not. So we should probably deduce that from just this view. Okay, so the checkerboard pattern is 1 pixel in from the ceiling, at least in terms of this dimension. And it is... Right, okay, so the wall goes down here. I'm pretty sure that this is all wall now. And by the way, this probably also is. Okay, so 2 pixels out from here, but only 1 pixel out from here, we have black, yellow, black, yellow. So black, yellow, black, yellow. So I want these to be black, and I want these to be yellow, and then that same pattern, no, it's, oh my gosh, I'm not paying much attention here. It's 2 blacks, 2 yellows, and then another 2 blacks and 1 yellow. And then the pattern more or less repeats, except in the other direction, like this. And then we have 2 more yellows there, and then we have 2 yellows, 2 blacks, 2 yellows, 1 black, which means simply all of this with 1 black, and then we hit the wall. But we can see that behind that wall there is 1 extra yellow pixel, so the wall must go all the way that far. Right, and also all of the floor here is blue, isn't it? So starting from here, I neglected to mark the floor, so I'm going to quickly make all of this blue. Right, all of that, and all of that. And then we can see from this view here, from this view here, that there is at least 1 more blue pixel behind that wall. So I'm gonna mark that. Alright, and then all of this is blue. And now we peek into here, we see there is at least 2 more black pixels and a black pixel behind that wall. In fact, all of the stuff behind this wall is black. Is blue, excuse me, and I think this goes 1 further. Okay, so now let's take down this pattern. So I think there's 2 white pixels, and then 1 black and 1 white. Okay, so if this wall is in the right place, then I went 1 pixel too far with the blue, and this is not wall. Okay, so we have 2 whites, 1 black, and one white. And to the left of that, which would be here. So let's do the right of this. But the right of the... Oh! Okay. Right. So here we have another black pixel. And then, is that a corner? Ooh! I misjudged the number of white pixels there. Okay, so there are 2 white pixels here, and then there is wall. Right, and then we have white, and then 2 blacks, and then at least 2 more whites, right? Because there's... Ooh, it's 3 even. Okay. Oh yeah, that makes sense, because the blue only... Why did I even put that much blue in there? Okay, so that makes sense. So now, these are black, and this is black. No, not that one. And this is black. Okay. Whew. So that's that, and then we have a wall over here. Well, I'm not sure about this pixel, but I suspect it's going to be a wall. Right, and then here we have 2 pixels of white, and then the blue continues. That wall here, right, there is 1 pixel of white before the blue, and then there is a wall. Okay, so, right, there's definitely 2 pixels of blue here. So actually this is wall, excuse me, this is wall, and this is all blue. Ooh, the ceiling markings no longer match. Notice that on the ceiling we have a vertical arrangement of pixels. So I suspect that I'm quite far off here. Okay, I'm gonna have to retrace some of my steps here. So this is when we were up here, and then let me see that again. Okay, we can see into this part of the maze up here. So is it possible that I misplaced this wall after all? It could be a continuation of this wall here, in theory. Couldn't it? I very much suspect that it is. Alright, let's try to count the pixels on the ceiling right here. Okay, because we know that this is where the row of pixels starts, which is, if I judge this correctly, yeah, it's ooh. Yeah, okay. It could be between the 2 black pixels. It's a bit hard to tell, but I think it's between the 2 black pixels. Let me count. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, and probably 12. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12. That is exactly right. Okay. In that case, I'm gonna have to let's see. So I think this part is correct then. Okay, so let's see. We have 2 black... Oh, okay. Why did I think this is 2 black pixels? It's clearly more than that. If we go back 1 step, right? If you look at the ceiling here... Oh, no, it is 2 black pixels. It is definitely 2 by 2. Right? 1, 2, 1, 2. See, in this perspective, it looks like it's 3 black pixels. But from this point, like looking at the ceiling here, you can clearly see that there are 4 pixels between this wall and this wall. And that would be exactly these 4 pixels here. Because the wall that we see on the left here is this wall, and the wall that we see on the right is this one, which only goes up to this point where it meets the black. So actually I think this is correct. Okay. In that case... Oh! Is that what this row of pixels is? And I'm just... Okay. Oh, that's a relief. Oh, yes, there we go. Okay, so here we can see that row of pixels on the ceiling, and we can... okay, so it doesn't really show the transition. It doesn't show these empty spots here, but this is where that is. So we have quite a few more rows of blue here. along with white on the right, which is on the left because we're going south. And there is a wall to our left, which ends here. And now I need to figure out exactly where that is. Okay. Let's just look at the pattern. So this is 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 pixels wide. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. So I just went one too far, and I think this is where that pattern is. Okay. So let's just go back. Wait a second. So here we are going south, which means that now we are pointing west. This doesn't fit. Where we're turning... Oh, why did I say west? I meant east. It does fit. Okay, so we want 5 pixels going to the east. That would be about here. And that is indeed 1 pixel away from... Yeah, so I think there is a wall here. Not quite sure, but definitely there's a wall here, because there's... Right, okay, so from the edge of this wall, which is here, I think is here, we can see 5 pixels. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Oh. Why did I put this wall here? It's clearly 1 pixel away from the ceiling markings, so that this is where I put it. This is where I need to put it. And now, after this wall here, how wide is this really? This should be only 3 pixels wide actually. So I'm going to fill this. And also I don't think there is space here. Right, that space would have been on the right in this view. So that is also a wall. Okay, so now we finally get to draw the pattern here. So we have black, red, black, red, black. So we make these black. And then we make these red. And then we need to see how far that goes. Ooh, okay. So that means these are all red. And these are all black. Okay, and then we have 1 row of blue. And then we have part of that pattern here, which I guess I can just copy and paste. How many pixels? It is... Bingo, it is... No, not bingo. I was gonna say bingo 4 pixels. No, it is 4 pixels. I can see that it is 4 pixels, right. So it's actually this pattern with wall here and 1 extra row of that pattern. So let's put that here and that here. Okay, I think this is correct. Okay, I finally mapped the entire first floor, or rather top floor. Alright, let me put the hole in the right place. So this is just 1 pixel off from the wall, and the hole is 2 pixels off from that wall, so I think this is the hole. Like that. Okay. It looks too similar to the wall. Let's make it orange. There you go. Okay, so that's the hole. Okay, so we've got our first floor plan. Let's think about what we can do with this. Like, what could possibly occur in the next floor that would make sense of this? I'm suddenly not sure whether this pixel really is supposed to be yellow. It seems to me that it's more likely to continue this blue stripe, but it probably also doesn't matter because it didn't show it clearly enough. So, okay, so a few things I noticed. First of all, we weren't shown this part of the maze. We were not shown this part here, which seems to be walled off entirely. And everything else, I think I have written down correctly. So I'm going to make all of this here wall color to make sure that I distinguish that from white floor. And same here. Right, I don't know if that is all wall, but we didn't see it. I strongly suspect that only the black pixels really matter, and that I'm supposed to map out only the black pixels in every floor, and then maybe they will form some kind of message. So, let's venture into the next floor, I guess. And a lot more work awaits us here. Okay. So, let's create a new sheet. In fact, let's call this floor 1. And let's duplicate this and call it floor 2. And then let's remove all of the coloring, except for the orange, because I want to know where to start. So let's do that. Oh, okay, let's also make the text color normal again. Okay, so now I am here. I am looking north, and there are... I'm confused by the fact that these lines of ceiling markings don't seem to align with the... Oh, I see. Hang on, let me just quickly... So the hole is definitely a 3 by... No, it's a 2 by 3. Ah, okay. Oh, okay, so which 2 pixels is it? It starts immediately after the wall, doesn't it? Yeah, okay, so that means this is red, no, this is black, this is red, and this is black. So that's where the hole is. Which means that here I'm going to do this. Right, but let's see. So there are these lit blocks both here. Ah, and there are 2 pixels between them. And indeed... No. Oh, that doesn't align. It doesn't align with what I've got. So maybe all of this is off by 1 pixel. Let me just quickly check the ceiling markings. This corridor here seems to be correct. And then we have that line of pixels here behind the wall. And then we have another line of pixels that is 1 pixel away. No, that seems to be correct. Yeah, according to the ceiling markings, even the missing light here is confirmed. See that? So I think this is in the correct place. So that would suggest that the next floor down has the ceiling markings in a different place. And indeed, it does. If you think about this, right? This row of blocks is under the wall, and therefore it has 1 gap of pixels and is therefore 2 pixels away from this line. Okay, so that means that in this floor the lights go okay, so this is the lights here, and now we see lights here. So I'm going to move all of the light pattern inward 1 pixel. So that goes here. All of that goes here. All of that goes here. And all of that... that was not clever, was it? Alright, let's just move this part to the right, and then this part up. Okay, there we go. So I think this is where the dots are. Now, obviously I don't know if there will be dots on the outside. I think I'll just leave that for now. Okay, so if I got everything right, then this is a hallway. So we're facing north now, right? And that means we have walls here, and I believe that this is the color I used for the walls. And we have walls here. Okay. So hey, show me. Oh, it's not really clear how many pixels down it goes, but I guess I'll just put a wall here and just take a guess. Okay. Wait, it briefly looks to the right. Ah, we can see the corner of the pattern there. Wait, why would we see the corner of the pattern there? that suggests that these floors do not match up vertically. Yeah, that is definitely confusing. I'm pretty certain about the geometry of this. I'm pretty certain that this is in the middle of the right side. But the fact that I'm getting a corner here means that maybe on this floor I am somewhere else entirely. So in that case, you know what I'm going to do? I'm going to move that orange piece. Or maybe not move the orange piece, but I'm going to put the wall in such a way that it matches this ceiling marking. So I'm gonna start in the corner here, and I can still move everything later if I need to. Okay. Now, okay, we are facing north now, so I do want this wall to go here. Alright. And now somewhere over here, wait a second, that corner piece was, yeah, that's on the east end, so this should be correct. Okay, so somewhere, I don't know where exactly, but I will be able to move it later. There is a red pixel and another red pixel, and then there are 6 red pixels like this, and then we have these black pixels. Oh, no, they're not red, not 3 red pixels, it's only 2. And yeah, I think this is correct, so these are all black. There we go. And then we have wall here, 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 and here. Is that right? Yes, I think that is right. And this pixel here is emphatically white and not black. Okay. Right, let's keep going. So we're squeezing through this here, and there is quite a bit of wall there. I don't know how many pixels that is. Ah, but here we see another corner. So should I really go all the way? I have a suspicion that this is actually, that this corner here is actually here, and that the corner we're seeing now is actually this one. That is my theory right now. And I'm going to pursue that theory. So I'm going to move all of this to here. Get rid of this. No, I said get rid of this, thank you. And now I will be able to tell where this wall ends based on the number of wall pixels I can see, which I think is 4 or 5. I'm gonna say 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. So I think this is how far it goes. And then this one, this side of the wall would go all the way plus 1 pixel, and then around here. Okay. Ooh! Aha, okay, so this wall has at least 2 pixels here, and then another pixel here. Right, 2 pixels here. It goes, so this is kind of circular shape, kind of. Okay. Again, I don't know how many pixels this is. But, ooh, wait, is the row of ceiling marking? Yeah, the row of ceiling markings aligns with the... Okay, in that case, I'm reasonably confident that this time the maze is going to be just one level smaller. Okay, now this is going to be a bit interesting to map. Let's see, there are 2 pixels here. Okay, 1 pixel here, and then I think this goes 2 pixels in. Right, so like this. And then there is a wall there. And then it comes out 3 pixels. Okay, hang on. I think this wall is just 1 pixel wide. Is the corridor 2 pixels at that point? Yes, it is. Okay. And then here, after the wall, we have 2 black pixels, 2 black pixels, and 4 red pixels, right? Is that 4 pixels? Oh, come on, please turn around and show me how many pixels are there on the ceiling. Oh, it doesn't show me. That's annoying. Okay. So I think this is all wall, plus 2 more. Okay, and then it goes up 3 like this, and it meets that line of pixels at the top. And here we have another 4 pixels. Okay, so we can see here the corner, so I think that's this corner here. So I was correct with the 4 pixels. So that is a wall. Right, but then the maze goes on a little further after this row of pixels, so I'm still not completely sure about the ceiling pattern, the size of the ceiling pattern. Right, well anyway, so here we have... Oh wait, this doesn't actually fit. Hang on. Okay, so here we have that row. Oh, I see. And then that row... Oh, wait. So this row of ceiling pixels is the same as this row, right? So, whoops, I forgot to pause again. Is the same as this row. So this row is 1 row in, which must be this... Wait, what? What did I do here? Okay. So that must mean that this row goes further. Really, does it? Hang on. This is that row. I'm really confused by this. So that row of pixels, you know what, I'm going to remove all of the dots, and I'm just going to put them in as I see them. I haven't seen any of these dots on the outside, so I'm going to remove those as well. Okay, so this line of dots, that's this one here. Right, it keeps going and it goes beyond, it goes beyond, come on, it goes beyond that wall. I'm sure I can do this eventually, there you go. And then this row of dots continues to here. Right, there are 3 pixels there and then there is no pixel. Therefore it probably continues, it probably continues down here. But there is a wall there. So for now I'm going to put a wall there. So that does not seem to be square in size. But, you know, nothing says that it needs to be, so that's totally fine. Okay, so we definitely have a corner here. So after this wall, we can see 4 pixels. Ooh, okay. I'm going to move these columns over here. We have 1, 2, 3, 4 dots, and then 1 extra empty pixel, and then wall. Right, so all of this must be wall. Okay, and then the row of dots continues down here. Whew. How many dots are there? Let's see, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 exactly. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 7. And then there is wall. So that wall goes here. I mean, here. Okay, and... Oh, why is there another row of pixels? Oh. Wait, what? I'm so confused right now. Yes, I made a mistake. I can see what happened. So here, this row of pixels that is above this red shape, right, this is not where that row of pixels ends. This goes on to here. God, I keep pressing that wrong key. Let's press that. And this entire chamber goes here. The wall goes here, like that. And this is where we saw the line of dots that stops here. Right, so that makes sense. So that line of dots can go here, that can go here. So now I have every reason to believe that that continues in this fashion, which proves that this is indeed not square, but I can live with that. Let's put that here, put that here, and that here. I think this is where the dot pattern is. Okay, I'm so glad I figured that out. because that was driving me crazy. Okay, so this is now this wall that we're looking at. But that wall goes all the way to the... wait. I am facing south, so actually the gap is here and the wall goes here. This is what's going on. Yeah. Ooh, and there is a very narrow passage right here. Okay. Ah, but this is 2 pixels wide, so I put that wrong. So that goes like this. Oh, and now again we can see that row of dots, and that doesn't seem to fit. Gosh, why am I so disoriented by this? Okay, let's examine this again. So we are here, we are walking through this gap, and now we're facing south into this chamber, where we see these 2 rows of pixels on the ceiling, and then we're still facing south, and now we've turned left, so we're now facing east. So this should be facing east, and then somehow there is this row of pixels there, which I don't know how to place. Okay, so I guess I'll just go with it. I'm just gonna... Right, let's see how many horizontal rows of... Okay, so we have that, and then it seems that this is already... Okay, since we're facing east and I'm seeing it on the right... Wait a second, are we facing east? Okay, now we're going west, and now we're facing south. So now we should be facing west. So as far as I can tell, there are only 2 lines of pixels on the ceiling, so this one and... Oh, no, there could be a 3rd one. Oh, this is really confusing. Right, watch this, right? You can just barely see that pixel there, and now you can't see any, and now you see this line. And this whole time I assumed that that was the 2nd one, but it's entirely possible that there is one that is not visible, and that the row of pixels that we see there is actually here. Come on. Here. In which case this should also be a row of pixels. But in this chamber, that is a wall. Okay, I'm so glad I figured that out. So we have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, right? That's 7 pixels. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, which means this is a wall. And then to our right is a wall. But it doesn't go all the way if you look closely. Okay, but that wall goes all the way, so I think all of this is wall. Okay, now on the left we have black pixels here. How many though? 1, 2, 3, 5. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. 5 black pixels. One more black. And then lots of red, like that. That makes sense. Okay, and that obviously is surrounded by walls, so I need to put walls in here. And on the other side, I think that is... Ooh! Right, this wall is 1 pixel further away than this wall, so that is correct. And there is a gap of, is it 2 or 3 pixels? I think that is just 2 pixels, which means that is correct. So that wall goes that way. And then these 2 pixels here are black. And then we have red after that. Oh, no, that's definitely 3 pixels. Okay, so I guess that's also black then. Right, so we have 3 red, then 3 black, and then we have... I need to make sure that I put it in the right place because we're facing south, so I need to put everything on the other side, so to speak. So that's beyond the wall, and then here the wall goes down 1 further. No, it doesn't. Wait. This should be on our left. On our left, the wall only goes up to the red. Yep, so these are both black, and then there is wall here. Okay. We can also see black here, by the way, and even more black there, and also here, and right, so that is also black. Right, and then there is white after that, but before we get to that, let's finish this part. Ooh, it doesn't show me that part. But now it shows me something else. I need to go back to find my place again. Okay, so here we were walking along here, looking to the left, and then we're looking to the right. Looking at this. Okay, I guess I should probably... hang on, we're now looking... So this is south, which means that pattern over there is to the east of this, but it's hard to tell where it is. But at least the ceiling markings match my expectations. Or do they? I mean, I can see 2 rows of ceiling markings, but the one that is closer to us seems to not quite match the wall. And therefore this hallway should be wider than 4 pixels, and currently I have it 4 pixels. Oh, this is so difficult. Okay, so anyway, there is at least 1 pixel row of black here, and then something resembling this. But I'm not quite sure of the extent of the sizes. Alright, now let's go here. We were here. Okay, so now we're facing south again, which means now we're going west. No, we turned left, so we're going east. So we're going through this gap here, and on the right we're seeing okay. Oh my, this is difficult. No, I'm wrong. Wait, I think I messed this up completely. Yes, I did mess this up, because this stuff that we see here on the right, of course, would be on the left on our side. Okay, so that makes me breathe a sigh of relief, because now I can use the ceiling markings as orientation. And I'm pretty sure that the front wall, wait a second, so this is where the red ends, and then the black, and then we have probably 2 pixels of white. And by the way, all of this was wrong, so I'm gonna remove that. So we have some black here. Right, but this is only 1 row of pixels off of the... Oh, this is so confusing. I noticed that there is 1 more ceiling pixel here, and I wonder where that is. Okay, so this is this part, right? And the ceiling pixels match that. And then here we expect ceiling pixels. Ooh! Look at this. This is wrong. The ceiling pixels are not above the black. There is actually there is... Wait a second. This doesn't make sense. I'm so confused right now. Okay, so this chamber is definitely 3 pixels from north to south, and the row of ceiling markings is in the middle. Alright. And this wall here... okay, I see. I can see here that there's only 1 pixel of separation between the ceiling markings. What this means is that there is a rectangle in the middle, but it has... So basically it's like this. Right? So I don't know if... right, okay, so hang on. Right. So I think that there is a rectangle like this, and then all of these are dots. I think this is what's going on. But now I need... okay. I need all of this to go up 1 pixel, and this chamber is just 1 pixel bigger than I thought it was. Okay, this makes sense. Okay, so now we have the ceiling markings on top of the... Oh. Right, we have it on top of the white, and... Oh no, there are 2 pixels between the ceiling markings. So maybe I need to do this again, just insert another row. Okay, I can do that. And let's put the dots in here. And right, and let's move all of the so this should be correct then. Famous last words, oh my gosh. Okay, so we have these ceiling markings which end in this wall. That seems to be correct. That is a 3-pixel wall. We have these black pixels, the red pixels, and then another ceiling row. Okay, this is correct. Ah, but but that row of ceiling pixels has a corner there. Oh my gosh. What am I doing wrong? Where would I have to place the wall for the... I'm really losing my orientation here. I had much less trouble keeping north, west, south, and east apart in the first maze. So now we're facing vaguely east, is that right? Yes. Therefore, this wall here goes from north to south, and then southwest from it we have a corner of pixel. So this one here would be a corner. Yeah, that doesn't match what I have at all. Wow. Oh, this is really confusing. But you can see that this corner and this corner, you can see that it still goes radially outward in the way that I thought it would, in the way that I expected. So I guess I'm once again going to remove all of these dots, and I'm going to 2, 4, 5, 2, 3, 4, 5. So I'm going to put dots here because that is clearly where we have a corner, right? And then if that is correctly placed, then this should be dots. Can I please have more than that? And they should go... but then it doesn't match with... Okay, it could be... There could be another column here, right? Yeah, that works. So this could be the next ring in, and then this could be the next ring in, and then that would work with this corner. Holy camole. Okay, so we fixed that. Well, actually not sure if we fixed it, but wait, we should be able to see where this row of pixels... Ah, that's right, we had 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 pixels exactly. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Sorry, that should go here. Yep. Okay, that matches things. So let me remove this, and I think that this is another corner going down. So that's where the pattern should extend. Okay. Right. We seem to have recovered from that. Now let's see if I can finally do this. Okay. So we've got these 3 red pixels, and then we've got this pattern here that is south of that. Okay, and then on the left we have this, and then some white pixels. Okay, so now I can use the ceiling markings to orient myself, because that wall that I see here clearly straddles the 3rd row, which is this one here. So I think that is a wall. Excuse me, that is a wall. I did not mean to erase the dot. So somewhere on this wall here we have a fair bit of red, like that, and a fair bit of black. I don't know exactly how much, I'm kind of guessing here. And then here we walk through this little gap. And now let's see if we can figure this out. So we can see that there are 2 black pixels on the floor after the gap, and then the wall right behind it. Right, that wall goes a bit further, like this. In fact, looking at the ceiling marking, I think it goes up to here, and then we can see the rest of that row. Does that make sense? No, it doesn't. But this is definitely the other side of this wall here. So I'm not sure why I put so much wall here. That's clearly as far as this is like the most that it can go. Right. So if this is the other side of that wall, we should be able to use that as orientation. Now there are 2 pixels here, 1 pixel here, and then 2 pixels of wall here. Therefore I think that this is all like that. No, wait, that doesn't... because now I have 2 singleton corners, so that would have to be another wall piece. So this would be the single corner, and then next to that we would have these 2 reds, and that one. And then we have black around here, and this one. Okay, let me just quickly look. Yeah, I think this pixel is also black, but I'm not quite sure. Okay, so now we're facing forward and we're looking at, let's see, there are 2 pixels here after the ceiling row, so that makes sense. I think this is correct. Right, and here's the rest of this room. So I should be able to tell how wide this wall is based on the ceiling markings. So we have 1, 2, 3, 4. Ooh, come on. 5, 6. I'm not sure if I kept count correctly there. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 is what I have here. You know what? I'm gonna go with it. I'm just gonna assume that. Wait, what am I going to assume? Of course. Oh, this is what it is, right? All of this here could be 1 pixel further down, and I think it is. Let me just go back again and see. Look at the base of this wall and see where it lines up with this. It lines up with the black pixel, right? But clearly, in my drawing, it doesn't. Right, not at all, like not even remotely. So I think this entire part here is further down. And I think this corridor here was much longer than I thought it was. Yeah. Okay, so I think that's what's going on, and because of that, I'm going to add more rows. I'm thinking about how to do this strategically, but I think what I'm just going to do is I'm just going to take this and put it here. Except that we know that the dot pattern was... I mean, we know that this dot pattern here straddled the wall. I'm pretty sure I remember that correctly. So I'm actually going to move everything, including the dot pattern, and then put it back in. And that means that maybe this wall doesn't exist. Right, and then all of this here could be inner wall, like this. And then of course this wall needs to go 1 further. Yep, because the ceiling markings actually come out of the wall downward. Right, and if we look here, we see that these ceiling markings line up vertically with the red. And they don't. Aww. Is it these ceiling markings that should line up with the red or the other ones? That is the thing that I don't know. Okay, so this is the 1 pixel gap that we're going through here. And here we see 2 lines. We see this row and this row. Okay. And, right, this row here goes into the a piece of wall that is probably 2 pixels wide. In fact, now that I think about it, why did I think there was a singleton wall? It's now not looking like that anymore. I think this is 2 pixels, and I think this is 2 pixels. In fact, you can see from the ceiling that this is 2 pixels. And therefore, okay, so horizontally we have 2 pixels, then 2 pixels, then 1 pixel. So therefore I think that is not wall, this is not wall. So we have 2 pixel, 2 pixel, 1 pixel, that would be these 2 pixels, and then this 1 pixel. Okay. Right, but now this black and white pattern on the floor. Oh my gosh. This wall is 4 pixels wide. Why did I think it would be just 2 pixels? Okay, all of this is not really matching up. I have a suspicion that this corridor here was probably also much wider than I expected, and this whole thing is probably supposed to form a circle. But it's really, really difficult to tell. Okay, so this corner of dots is clearly in the wrong place because it's supposed to be inside the corner of that circle. And the corner of that circle does not look like this. So I'm going to remove these pieces of wall again because I think this is the shape of the wall. Let's put that there. So you can see here that this sort of corner is a 2 by 2, and the corner of the ceiling markings is in the corner of that 2 by 2. So I'm talking about this 2 by 2, and that is in the corner of that. I think this matches what we see. And then we have this wall up here. And then this obviously is this 2 by 2 corner where the line just goes in. And then we have another 2 pixels here. So I think this matches. Okay, so I think I've gotten this part. I think I've got this part of the room correct. Except potentially the width of this, because I still can't really tell the width here. It would have been nice if at this point the player had gone just a bit back so I could count the pixels on the ceiling, but I can't. Let's see. Maybe I can if I go all the way from the wall here. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. 2, 4, 6. It's really hard to tell. 7. I should probably go frame by frame there. Let's see. Okay, so here, it's already too late. It's already too late. I don't know. 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. So it's either 9 or 10. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. So 10 is plausible. So I think this is correct. I'm gonna stick with that. Okay, so now we're looking at so now we're standing here and looking kind of south-ish, southwest-ish, right? So we're looking at this shape here, but clearly that shape is much, much longer than I thought it was, which means that... man, this is so hard. Also, I noticed that this corner piece here doesn't match... Oh yes, it does match. It does match this piece of wall that I have here. It's just that this wall also goes here and here. Aha. So, right, okay. So I think that I put all of this 2 pixels too far east. And that this should be like that. In fact, I think it goes all the way to the edge, doesn't it? It doesn't show! Oh my gosh. Go back. Okay, now I'm not so sure anymore. Is the row of lights on the top, does that align with the red or with the black? Well, let's see. If this row here is on the wall and this row is 3 pixels away, right? So that row hits the wall, and then this would be the edge of that wall. Yeah, I think I see what's going on. I think all of this is actually here. and this is all white. And this piece is wall. Right, so now we have this row of pixels here going into this wall here, which means that the other row of pixels should go through the red, and that seems to be about right. And this wall extends to here, and one further. So we get this. Let's see. Not quite. Ah, I see. No. Oh, okay, so all of this, bingo. All of this is exactly 1 pixel down from what it should be. Because I think that this wall, yeah, there we go. So this very long wall, right, this long wall ends here, and then we have a 2 pixel wide wall here. And then we have these 2 black pixels strutting out from there. I think this is what this is. Okay, so finally we've walked out of this room, and we're now going through this small gap again, I think. Yep, this is this small gap here. So we're now facing west, and now we're facing south again. We're facing here. There was a brief swerve to the left. I think I want to look at this frame by frame. Okay, so here we can see that the wall is kind of jagged, and after this black pixel there is a white pixel, and there is a wall after that. Perfect. We don't know what these 2 pixels are. We can't see them. No, actually, those are the pieces of walls I'm talking about. Yeah. Okay, so yeah, that fits perfectly. Okay, so now we can see this bit here, and we can see how many pixels this is. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. It's 6 pixels, which means this goes here, this goes here, and that wall goes quite a bit further. Like, let's see, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. If that is the end of the red, yes it is, and then we have 5 more after that, and that makes a total of 11. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11. 11 pixels, and then we have wall. Like that. Okay. Wow. Now, the black area that I just walked through appears to be 2 pixels wide, and then the row of pixels is after that, so that matches this. Wait, no, it doesn't match this quite perfectly, because it seems to me that I drew the room wider than it is. Oh, there is a lot of pixels here. Right, and it doesn't go back to this, so I have to deduce the rest from just that. Okay, so here we're moving back through that gap, looking at this piece of red and black. Yeah, now I'm thinking that this is really just 2 rows of pixels, and that this row of pixels is actually where the wall is. So I think that this needs to go 3 pixels to the right and end up here. Right, and this bit here is not a wall. So that seems to be 2 black pixels, 2 white pixels, and then black and then red. I think this is what it is. Alright. So now looking at the okay. So at the bottom of this room, which apparently I thought was down here, but wait, I did count the pixels, right? So these dots should still go all the way to here, but then we can see that this is where the corner is for those pixels, and that wouldn't join up with this. Therefore, I think there is still a discrepancy of 1 pixel somewhere. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11. This is definitely 11 pixels. 2, 4, 6, 8, 10, 11. So it's not the size of this room that's wrong, but it could be the size of this room. So I'm just going to move this down 1, like this, and then this can join up with that. Alright, Let's... Oh. Now I'm not sure anymore if I did this correctly. Right, that should join up with that. And then this. Oh, what am I doing? Okay. Oh, of course. No, not of course. Okay, let me think. I think what I did is I just drew a spiral here. So this... Yeah, I drew a spiral. Oh my gosh. This is not matching up. Okay. I don't know where I went wrong. I'm gonna go back to the beginning of this floor and take a closer look at this. So here we have these two lines of things and then these black and white pixels. That seems to match. And then the wall is 1 pixel, then 2 pixels, then 1, 1 from this perspective, but this one is too long. Yeah, so this seems correct. And then here we find the edge of that line of pixels. Okay, and then this goes along here. I think I drew this too wide. Right, let's see. Here we have this bit. That's what this is. Right, then we have this bit. That seems correct. And then we have this bit where the next wall sort of comes out a bit further. And we have this line that takes its corner there. Right, and then we have this. I think that looks plausible so far. Okay, then this. Right, the length of this corridor is not quite clear. But we can see this line on the top of the screen here, on the ceiling, and we know exactly how many pixels that is. So I think that matches up. It matches up with, you know, with the progression of this. Okay. So now we're looking to the left, we're looking at this piece of red and black, and then we're looking at this part. As far as I can tell, that looks correct. And then we look at this, where we have this part. I'm now standing about here, right? And we're looking 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 pixels. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Okay, I made it 6 pixels. 1, 2, 3. Oh, 4, 5, 6. It is 6 pixels. So that geometry is definitely correct. Okay. Right, and then here we have that. Yeah, this part is totally fine. And now we're looking at this bit here, where we have this part next to that wall, and this part is over here on the right. Right, and then we go back through this gap, and we turn left, and we're now looking at this. Okay. And now we see a room where the corner of the ceiling lights is in the corner of the room. Right, let's remove all of these dots and Okay, so if this row of dots goes here and then joins up with that, yeah, this definitely does not fit. Is this supposed to be some kind of non-Euclidean geometry or something? Or could it be that this part of the room is even bigger than I'm thinking? In which case, yeah, let's actually try that. Let's see what happens if we put this here. Right. didn't mean to add that many. So this would definitely make the dots fit, because now we get this, and this, and this. But I really don't know if this room really was this big. But honestly, that's the only way that I can see that the dot pattern can be completed without forming a spiral. And so I'm going to go with it. I'm just going to make this assumption. There you go. Okay. Now we are here, and we're looking at this red-black strip. Right, and here we're looking... right, we're standing just next to this wall here on the left, which means that this is red, and this is red, and everything around this is black. So all of this is black. So 1, 2, 3, 4 pixels in front of us. 1, 2, 3, 4. Yes, that makes sense. Okay, and then after that we have another row of black, and then some white, some red, excuse me, and then another red, and then wall. And this is how far the wall goes. Am I right? So I'm only drawing up to this, you know, how far the wall goes. So next to the wall we have one red and then one black. Yeah, I think I messed this up, didn't I? Because this red, does it join up with this pixel or this pixel? That's what I think it joins up with this pixel here, right? So that means this pixel is, yeah, okay, in that case all of this should just be one left, like that. Okay, so on the far right we have two black pixels, and then a white, which is these. And then we have black, red, black, and then we have black, red, red, and then we have another black and then a row of red that goes past that wall. And then we have that same thing again right here, and then we have black, red, and then a wall. And this wall seems to go quite a fair bit, so let's do that. Okay. Aha, so this pixel is black, and yeah, let's keep going. Okay, so we have another row of these pixels. Ooh, interesting. Okay, so that is red, and then we have a ton of black here, like that, I think. Or maybe it's, no, I think it's just one extra pixel there. Okay. Okay, so this room is supposed to be rectangular, so I guess maybe this is wall. Also, I somehow think that this is supposed to align with this. So maybe... yeah, this is definitely not 3 pixels. This is definitely 2 pixels. So, and also it definitely starts immediately after this wall. Ah, this could form the digit 6, couldn't it? Yeah, I think that's a 6. I don't know what the others are, but that looks like it's a 6. Okay, and then here in the corner we have 2 red pixels surrounded by black, which completes... oh my gosh, this is red arrows. Okay, I recognize something. Now let me quickly look at the first floor. Right, if that is supposed to be blue arrows, it doesn't look like it. Oh. Oh my gosh. Ah. These are all icons. These are module icons, and it took me this long to realize that. So what's happening here is that this is actually a needy, and it's all rotated 90 degrees clockwise. Right, so north is actually east and whatever. So we need to find a needy module that has this sort of black and white pattern. You know what? I'm going to go here. Oh no, it's gonna be a bit hard to find there. If only I could have this, but only for needies, you know? Right, okay, fine then. Let's have only the needies. What am I doing? Okay, Ah, I see. I want only the needies. There we go. Okay, and we want something that has totally white area with black text on it. Could be Boolean math. Right, let's keep that in mind. Could be cruel Boolean math. Could be QR code. No, I don't think it is QR code. Because, you know, you can actually look at these pixels, right? That specific pattern should actually occur, and it doesn't occur in the Boolean mazes either, so I don't think it's any of those. That should actually be a pretty distinctive pixel pattern. So I should be able to find it. Is it wingdings? No, it's not wingdings. Alright, it's none of these. QR code seems to be the closest match. Needy game of life? No. No. There's not enough black on the floor for that. Hide and seek? No. There's so much blue everywhere. Okay, maybe it is cruel Boolean math after all. Could it be command prompt? No, I don't think it's command prompt either. Okay, I'm a bit irritated by the fact that the timer doesn't really look like a needy timer. So I'm going to look at the regular modules, and there are two that look like needies, namely turn the key and turn the keys, but no, that's definitely not it either. Oh my gosh, how am I going to find this pattern? What is the easiest way to find this specific pattern? Also, I wonder why there is this maze on top of it, in which some of the icon or module is not visible. Maybe the geometry of the walls also matters. In fact, almost certainly it matters, because why else would they be there? Except perhaps to obfuscate the whole thing. I don't know. Alright, so I don't know what this is. So I'm gonna keep going, and I'm pretty sure that this is red arrows. Yes, it is definitely red arrows. Oh, aha, red arrows actually has a 9 on it, which means that this time the image is actually upside down. And I noticed that this round circle here could be interpreted as a status light. Maybe I need to take all of the walls from all of the floors and put them on top of each other or something. Anyway, as you can see, it turned out in the end that it is once again a 32 by 32, well, 33 by 33, but yeah, actually that's a good point. It is supposed to be 32 by 32. Oh, this is 32 by 32. Let me quickly check that. Okay, it's 33 wide, but it's entirely possible that I just made a mistake. You know, it's possible that that one of these holes is just 1 pixel. Okay, so I'm a bit annoyed that I can't figure out what the first module is, but I can continue with the video, which is here. And now I can hopefully go much faster. Ooh! Oh, is this supposed to be the status light of red arrows? No, that is not where we're going. Wait a second, we were here, this is the... So wait, if this... Ah, okay, no, it is the status light because it is upside down, isn't it? Because this is the bottom of the 9. or in my view it would be the top of the 6, which means we're going south right now. So this is the arrow that is pointing down in my representation, and now we turn right, which means here. Okay, so yes, if it is upside down, then that is indeed where the status light would be. Okay, that was a lot of work, and I'm not gonna bother, fixing up the rest or putting the status light in, because it's probably not important. Probably all I need is to know that it's red arrows. Sorry, let me actually duplicate this, and then just remove all of the coloring. There we go. And hopefully now I can recognize this just from a part of the... There's quite a lot of white in here. It's almost nothing. Okay, so there... Oh, that's Braille. That's Braille. Okay, so given that this is Braille, I think the geometry of the maze, aka the where the walls are, matters. I very likely have to map this out after all. Okay, so here we go once again. Now, if I remember Braille correctly, the dots are in the bottom left of the module, which means that I now know where I'm starting. Let's delete this. Delete a column, and delete a row. Okay, so this should now be 32 by 32. Yep. Okay. Now, I can actually look up the exact position of this, right? Let me just very quickly... You know what? I have an idea. I'm gonna open the icon sprite thing, copy image, open that in here, and now I can zoom into it. Now, since these are alphabetical, Braille should be somewhere here at the top. So this one here is probably Blind Alley. There we go. This is where it is. Okay, so let's zoom in. Okay, so I know the first X should be 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3, and then 2 up. So this is where the first X is. I'm not gonna bother with the different shading. In fact, yeah, okay, the video did bother with this. Alright, so now we need to draw the walls. Okay, so this wall seems to go, well, along here certainly. Let's put something here. And then the other side of this room, I'm not convinced of this. I think this wall is further, yeah, in fact no, I was about to say the ceiling marking corroborates that. Okay. So maybe, yeah, okay, I should probably move this up then. So in that case, I think the whole thing should actually be 34 by 34 because there is the extra wall around it. But anyway, let's just go with this. So we have some wall here. Oh, wow, this is going to be really difficult to tell. Okay, let's count the number of ceiling dots here. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. 1, 2, 3. Oh, look at that. I got it exactly right. How awesome is that? Okay, so there is another wall behind this, and this wall goes all the way to the row of dots. This wall is behind that, so probably all around it. Okay, so 1 pixel to the right of this, we have a wall that goes in like this. I don't know how far, but I can tell from here. Look at this, right? This goes into the ceiling things and then up here, and we can see 4 pixels, 1, 2, 3, 4, which means that wall goes here. Okay, I think that's right. Okay, so this wall goes far enough to cover this. I think it goes one further than that. And then here we have a... Oh, wow. Okay, there's going to be a lot of speculation in this one here. Okay, so I think... Right, I think this wall isn't as long. I think this is just 3 or 4 pixels. I'm gonna go with 4. Right, and right behind this wall, there is another wall here. I don't know how far it is yet. And then behind that is a bigger wall. Is that right? I think that is right. Right, and then here on the... Right, that... Wait. Okay, so this is south. Okay, so that there is some wall here. And then this is north. So now we're looking at... right, we're looking at this, right? I think this connects. Right, and now we're looking down this very narrow corridor, and clearly that is 2 pixels wide, so I think this row of pixels should actually be here. Okay. Right, let me fill in the dots. Not quite that many. That should go here. And one more. And then we do this. Ah, too many again. And this. Okay, so the reason I did that is because we can quite clearly see here this pattern. So we can tell from that how far this wall goes and also where it is placed. So it seems that it is actually 1 pixel even further to the right. Whoops, I meant... Oh, come on, guys. I meant to put that here. And therefore I strongly suspect that this wall is probably also over here, because the, you know, this passageway is 2 pixels wide. Like that. And I think I just accidentally put those... okay. So, okay, let me just orient myself again. Let me go back to the start. So here, we're going up here. And then this is here. Yep, I can see that. Okay, we're now here. Oh, look at this. This corridor is also 2 pixels wide. And, yep. But this wall is definitely 1 pixel away from the ceiling markings, which means that this wall needs to be 1 pixel to the right. Okay. This looks like the letters TH, right? I haven't not noticed it. I'm just trying to figure stuff out one at a time. Okay, so this is the top of the H. And this is the rest of this cavern up here. Right, and then here we go down, and then on the left side we see this pattern of dots, and as we can see, this wall ends 3 pixels before that, which is exactly here. This wall, however, the one on our right, which is this one, goes down all the way to here. Okay. And now on the left, there is a wall. Okay, let's just go back a little more. So this wall, judging by the ceiling, is 2 pixels further left than this one, so it's like somewhere about here approximately. Ah, and we can actually tell from these lines up here, there are 4 lines. 1, 2, 3, 4. Therefore this wall actually goes all the way. There's a pretty long wall. So there is some frame freeze bonus here. If we look to the left here, we can see that these walls, this is the one that, right, okay, so that wall starts exactly where that wall ends. Okay. Ooh! Do I do I need to make use of this very brief... Oh, wait a second, that's clearly only 1 pixel between these walls, and now I'm confused. Okay, well, this passageway is definitely in the right place. And, of course, this wall is 1 pixel thick. Yeah, okay, got it. So all of this actually needs to be here. That makes sense. Right, and here we get a glance into this hole. We're now looking kind of north-ish. So this looks a little bit like this, I guess? Ooh, I see. It's actually jagged. Okay. I'm gonna take a guess that it's like this. Ooh, wow. 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. And I think we saw a 5th, didn't we? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Yes, we saw 5. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Oh, okay, there we go. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Yep, we saw 5. And then on the other side of the 5th is the end of that room. So this is what we can glean from this. And then we move out again. What could this be? THS? I don't know. Okay, so now we are looking at this big hall here. It seems that there is a bit of a kink in the wall here. And then there is another wall, because we're facing south, so it must be here somewhere. Ah, okay, so that's where the dot is. Now, I can deduce from the zoom here where the cross would be. And the cross would have to be, let's see, it's 2, 4, from the middle point, it's 4 pixels diagonal. So 2, 4. So this is where the cross is. Okay, and the walls go exactly around it. So that's where they are. I suspect that is... wait, 1, 2, 3, 4 pixels on the floor. On the ceiling, excuse me. Oh, this doesn't line up. Once again. Ah! This doesn't line up, this doesn't line up. Okay. Let me go back to the beginning and... not the beginning of the whole video, just the beginning of the braille. There we go. Okay, so here we definitely have this line of pixels on the left. Yeah, that is correct. Okay, now go forward again. Okay, so I'm looking at the cross from... Okay, so here is that gap. Okay, so now we're peering through the gap, so we're looking kind of south. So now we're looking at it from the east, so from about here, or rather about here. So we should be seeing either this corner of dots or this corner of dots. Oh my. Let me just quickly think about how I might be able to reconcile this. Okay, I can see that this line of pixels is 1 pixel away from the wall. Wait, maybe it's 2 pixels. Oh, yeah, it's 2 pixels. So that means this is probably correct. Oh my gosh, I was looking at it wrong the whole time, and if I look at it correctly, then I notice it's actually totally fine and totally correct. Alright, I missed something there. Let's go frame-wise here. Okay, it's not really telling us much about that place, but it doesn't have to. So there is a bit of wall here, and it's 2, 4, 6, 7 pixels long. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. There we go. Okay. And now we have a corridor that is 2 pixels wide. Can I just make sure that... Ah, okay, so that's the end of this wall, and there is a gap with 2 pixels. Okay. And now we follow this line to the end of the ceiling markings. So we go all the way here, and then here. Okay, so that wall is only 1 pixel thick, and then there's one other wall somewhere here, and all the rest, ooh, there's more. Okay, now we can use the ceiling markings to our advantage bigly. We can put that wall right here, whoops, right here, and that is exactly right. And then we can see how many ceiling markings there should be here. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. So here is where the next wall is. It's a bit. It would have been nice if it aligned perfectly with this one, because now I'm thinking that I probably got this wrong by 1 pixel. I'm an idiot. That is actually entirely possible, because I didn't check the the ceiling markings on this, because I couldn't see them. So I think this is what it is. It's just literally just THE, and here's another E. Oh, 3. It's gonna say 3, isn't it? Right, this wall goes further. Yep, okay, I think that is clear enough. There is a sort of bulge out over here. Yep, that is definitely an R. So I'm not even gonna bother making this exactly accurate. I'm just gonna make it look like an H. So that says 3. What does this say? Now that I know that this is upside down, I should be able to It's a bit difficult. This is obviously an O, but it has this line through it. So it's a G. GHT. Could be not, could be light. Maybe I should fill in the remaining walls here. I think I do need to do that. So I'm going back to this. I'm so sorry. Okay, so this is where, let's see, we have this bit and this bit. Yep, we're looking at the bottom of the 9 here. And I'm pretty sure I did all of this. So now we're going back through this small gap and facing south now. Facing south again here. Okay, so I did put in this wall, but I didn't take it all the way to the end, so that would go here. And that seems to be an entirely rectangular room, or piece of a room. Okay, and then there is this small gap, which is actually only 1 pixel. Right, and then obviously here's the bottom of the arrow. You know, now that I know that this is supposed to look like red arrows, I can tell that this is kind of off, or that it's shifted by 1 pixel. And maybe this should also be a black pixel. I didn't see one there, but it doesn't really matter. I mean, we know that we're only really interested in the walls right now. Okay, so we're looking at the bottom of the arrow here, which is approximately here, I guess. Like that. So it would be approximately shaped like this, wouldn't it? Okay. Whoops, that was a bit fast. Okay, so here we look to the left, and that is entirely rectangular, which means, okay, and we have 2 rows of ceiling markings. Yep, so that literally just goes here. And then we look to the right, and it turns out that, wait, when we look to the right, so here, so there is another line of wall that goes about here, like that. Oh, come on. 8! Oh my gosh, it says 8. Because that extra wall here was crucial to see that as an E. Now I'm not quite sure, because this extra wall here makes it difficult to see that as an... Oh, of course, because if I finish this, if I finish this, I will get this. Yeah. Okay, so this is perfect for 8. Okay, So this says 8. What does floor 1 say? Now that we know that it's sideways, I think this is an F. T-E-E-N. Ah, and it is something teen. 15. I'm gonna go with 15. I think 15 is the most plausible. Do you concur? I'm still being a bit unsure here, but okay, I'm gonna go with 15. So we have 15. Oh, I see, that could actually just be an index, right? So 15 into some needy that we don't know. And then we have, what was that? 8 into red arrows. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. That would be a W. Okay, on the third floor we have the third letter of Braille, which is of course alpha. And how many floors are there? Do you remember how many walls there were? Okay, so this is the Braille floor. Okay. You know, I'm just gonna fast forward now and see how many floors there are. I should be able to identify this module. Okay, so this is the 4th floor, and then there is a 5th floor. And that's it. So it's only 5 letters. Okay, so I'm going to try some random word. Let's see. Take this. That is incorrect. Let's see if we can add. Let's actually use one look for this. Swath. That's actually a good point. Ooh. That was accidentally 6 letters. Awake, of course. It could be awake. That is not it. Aware, award, swath. Didn't think of that. I tried swamp, dwarf, I suppose. Okay, we did it. It is dwarf. Okay, so that means that this would have to be a D, and then an R, and then an F. So something where the 15th letter is a D. I'm not going to try and figure out all of them, but I still want to know what that first one was. So we need, I'm still pretty sure we need a needy. So I'm going to look at only the needies that have 15 letters or more, and the 15th letter is a delta. So let's start here, select all of these, do this, make them all uppercase, remove everything that isn't a letter or a new line, like that, and then find something where the 15th letter, so we want to skip 14 letters, and then we want a D. Alphabetical order. Let's take a look at the icon for that. And indeed, that is absolutely that exact pattern that I was looking for. Right, let's go here. Alphabetical, that would be under A. Alphabetical order. There we go. Right, so I was actually looking for exactly this pattern, and the reason I didn't notice it is because, you know, I just forgot the exact shade of pixel. I was looking for something that was really white, but this one, you know, the floor did have this approximate color, so that's totally reasonable. And also you can see that the timer on this module, right, it says 22, and we only saw this piece. We only saw this piece, and if you look at that in isolation, you can see how that looks like a sideways 0, and that is why I was confused by that. All right, thank you very much for watching. We've solved the puzzle pixel art. Now, granted, we haven't technically solved all of it, but this video has gotten long enough as it is. I really hope that you enjoyed the video, even despite its length, and I hope to see you again soon when we tackle another puzzle from the KTANE puzzle Plethora, which, by the way, is only 3 puzzles away from the meta now, or I think 2 puzzles. I think this is the 3rd last, so 2 more before the meta, and then we will see what happens then here at Tim We Presents.